What do you call a famous singer that's been attacked by a vampire? The Half-Blood Prince. That might just be the worst joke I've ever made on this channel, and that's saying something. Hi YouTube, it's me Kieran, welcome back to my YouTube channel where today we are continuing the series where I point out all of the things that you missed whilst watching the Harry Potter films. Today we're moving on to the sixth film of the franchise, The Half-Blood Prince, also known as my least favourite of all the Harry Potter films. Why? Because rather than pointing out the things that you missed in the film, I should be pointing out the things that Warner Brothers missed from the book, like, you know, over half of Voldemort's backstory. But who cares, right? Because we got that scene of Lavender making a love heart on the Hogwarts Express, so it was totally worth it. Not. Anyway, I'm going to do my best to not crap all over the film whilst pointing out all the things that you missed in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Amortentia, the most powerful love potion in the world, gives off a scent of something that attracts the person that is smelling it. When Hermione smells the potion, she gets the scent of spearmint toothpaste, which is a callback to when Ron wiped toothpaste off her mouth near the start of the film.
Got a bit of toothpaste.
The actor who played young Tom Riddle, Hero Fiennes Tiffin, is in fact the real-life nephew of Ralph Fiennes, who of course plays current-day Voldemort. David Yates said that he chose Hero because of his resemblance to his uncle, and he also liked the dark, haunted quality about him. Honestly, I just find it funny that they cast a guy called Hero as the main villain for the film. The tiny dragon that's heating up chestnuts in Weasley's Wizard Wheezes is in fact a mini version of the Hungarian Horntail that Harry pulls out of the bag in the Goblet of Fire. Not just that, the boy taking some chestnuts is played by Arthur Bowen, who went on to play Albus Severus Potter in The Deathly Hallows Part 2. When Draco goes to the Room of Requirement for the final time, you can see the harp that put Fluffy to sleep and the king from the game of chess in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. In his first lesson with Dumbledore, before Harry enters the room, Dumbledore is clearly wearing his glasses. But in the next shot, they have completely disappeared. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, more like Harry Potter and the disappearing half-moon spectacles. Okay, I'll stop now. During the potions class, Slughorn tells his students that the recipe for Draught of the Living Death can be found on page 10. But later on, Hermione can be seen reading from a page that is clearly halfway through the book. Man, and she wonders why she struggled so much.
No, the instructions specifically say to cut.
And Slughorn specifically said page 10, quit your whining, Hermione. Several significant scenes from this film were in fact not in the book, including Harry flirting with a waitress, the attack on the Burrow, and the destruction of the Millennium Bridge. An attack on a Muggle bridge was mentioned at the start of the book, but we don't hear anything else about it. And it certainly wasn't the Millennium Bridge, because this film was set in 1996, and the Millennium Bridge wasn't opened until the year 2000. Man, I am tired of pointing out these films' historical inaccuracy. When Harry has to force Dumbledore to drink the cursed potion in the cave, Dumbledore can be heard saying, "It's all my fault, it's all my fault." This is a reference to the fact that Dumbledore's sister Ariana was killed by a stray curse in a duel between him, his brother Aberforth, and Grindelwald. An accident that Dumbledore always blamed himself for. The song that Hagrid and Slughorn can be heard singing after Aragog's funeral is called Odo the Hero, and was written by J.K. Rowling.
Snapped into, which was
When talking about school on the Hogwarts Express, Draco says that he'd rather pitch himself off the astronomy tower than carry on for another 2 years. This is most likely foreshadowing the fact that later in the film, Dumbledore was thrown off the tower after being killed by Snape. In one of the Slug Club meetings, Hermione has to explain to everyone else about her parents' profession as dentists. But this causes some continuity, as back in the Chamber of Secrets, the Weasley family clock had an option for them to be at the dentist, implying that wizards and witches should know exactly what they are. Although, someone might want to remind Fenrir Greyback, he seems to have forgotten. This is the first Harry Potter film that does not feature a single Defense Against the Dark Arts lesson. You mean I waited 6 years and we don't even get to see Professor Snape teaching one of his favourite lessons? This is so unfair.
It may have escaped your notice, but life isn't fair.
Snape? Is that you?
Indeed.
Half-Blood Prince! More like the Half-Blood—
Silence!
Can I just say the joke?
No.
Oh. Okay. In the scene after Katie Bell is cursed, Professor McGonagall is translucent. Which sounds crazy, I know, but you can in fact see the outline of the window that she is standing in front of through her robes. The only reason that I think this could have happened is if they were using a green screen behind her. And a quick shout out to Maggie Smith, because during the shooting of this film, she was battling against breast cancer. Cancer versus Professor McGonagall. Picked a dumb fight, Cancer. The scene where Ron squeezes in between Harry and Ginny to break them up and offer them a pie had to be shot more than 20 times because Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint couldn't stop themselves from laughing.
And we must have done it 20 times because we couldn't stop laughing. Again, because Ron sort of sat down and said, pie?
Pie?
Not for me, no.
And that is all I have for this list. If there was anything on there that you didn't notice and you enjoyed the video, make sure you click on that like button down below and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Considering that this is the film where I think they left loads of great stuff out from the books, I want you to comment one scene from the books that you think should have made it into the films. Although if it ain't the scene where Harry used the Cruciatus Curse on one of the Carrows because they spat in Professor McGonagall's face, then I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Anyway, that's all from me for this time, and I will see you guys next time. Think fast. Yeah. So there were no bloopers today. So, sorry if you just hang around to the end just to see the bloopers, but that's life. Sometimes you don't get what you want. Why are you still here? The video's over. You can go. I know you're going to say, but Kieran, if the video's over, why don't you just end it? I don't know. My channel. Well, I'll do what I want. Why don't you end it by clicking off? No? Just gonna sit there, huh? Okay, well, I'm gonna go. You just sit there and waste your time. Bye. Oh, come on, get a life!